Okay, so I'm doing like a new test of how to do this, like personal blogs and stuff like that. I'm kind of new to this of the cool camera video recording and stuff, but I hope that this will help. So I wanted to talk to you guys about the first song that I released in this first wave of 6 songs that I did. So the first song is called "Searching Home." Uh, you can actually hear it and find it pretty much everywhere. Let me just try to find it here. Yeah. So you guys can see it. I hope that you can see it. You can find it there. Searching Home. Yeah. So the idea of this song, it's a song that I actually started recording or like creating, writing the song. Like I think it was maybe 2 years ago or something. I think around like 2016 or something like that. Maybe I started, or maybe early 2017. I just can't recall the exact moment, but I can recall the situation very clearly, as I have stated in the last video blog that I did. Uh, I was here living with my mom. She was going through a lot of things. She was always a super happy person and very positive person. I admire her for that. She always had like this really big faith, regardless of all the stuff that was going on around her. So that's something that's very beautiful for me to like think about and remember. But in my personal life, so as many of us have situations, I was very interested in someone, and like you get involved in their life. I'm not mentioning her name, but she knows who she is. So you get involved in her life and everything. So for many situations, the relationship didn't work, and it's something that I think the artistical or the very sentimental part of me doesn't help me that much with. Is that I get very very like close to someone. I really really care for. If I let someone in, like to my very inner circle, I really really care too much about them. And some people, like not the case of this person, but some people get used to get like weirded out, like the girls that I liked, or that I was like trying to get more like friendlier with. They normally they were like, oh, you're like here's an obsessive guy or something. Yeah, I'm kind of obsessive, but I believe it's in a good way. Hey, you can say that, right? Because I am the one telling the story. Maybe they were like not so nice stories for them, but okay. I always try to be nice. So this part of the story, like if you have felt that someone that you really care is like stripped out of your life, like just ripped off of your heart, it hurts very very badly. So I wrote this song like in a kind of like a aftermath of the situation. I was sad about it. I was angry about it, and I was also praying to God, like, what the heck is going on, So I think it's very funny because we as humans we tend to mess things up, and then like we turn to God like, what the hell, man, what you doing? So I think it's very funny the way that he actually like makes me feel about all these situations, like very forgiving and very supporting, and that's something great. But okay, so the song, it starts with the phrase, "Say I just wanted you to say. Now the clouds of dark are pouring out rains of shame." Like whenever you mess up, or for example, well, I don't know if happens to you, but to me, when I feel like I messed up, it's hard. Like I don't want to make mistakes. I don't want to be. I think wisdom helps you to avoid mistakes, but some like I know that you have to make your own mistakes to really appreciate the wisdom. But I feel like in many things that I really like messed up in those situations. So that's what I was. I just wanted you to stay because you're like hanging on and holding on to that thing. And then I say, I should have known. You didn't have to say no. I'm still trying to find ways to let you go, and I think that phrase is perfect to express what I was feeling in that moment. Like, like you really don't want this the relationship, this situation to change, but you know that it's like it's entitled to happen. It's something that it's imminent. So it's you're just denying the situation, but it's something that has to happen, right? Um, and then I say, now go away. And then I say, will the next page show us how to find a way to not bring back the past and start a change? So at this point, I can recall, like in my how I was feeling in my mind back there. But I recall I was, really uncertain if of this situation. Like in the future, will I ever get to, like be again with this person? Like what is gonna happen? The uncertainty, but in a way like you've been hurt, or you feel like you've lost trust of that person. So it's in a way like you want to keep opening the door because you miss what was already good about it, but in a way you want to you don't want things to go okay, if this is gonna happen again, it needs to be like really different, not the same thing. It has to be like a different situation, different thing. So that part of the phrase. I'm still trying to find ways to let you go. No, go away. With the next page, show us how to find a way to not bring back the past and start a change. As you wait for the rain, will you run from the clouds or just take a stand? So I have mentioned this before in Angela Chic. If you ever watch this, I really like your the song that you made that say that don't be afraid of the rain. So I remember I heard and I don't know I remember that melody in that song in that moment. So I also remember another song from Jars of Clay. It's a band that I really like, and the song is called "I Need You." And there's a part. This is like a very like God directed song. Is do I want a shelter from the rain or the rain to wash me away? So that phrase always about like wow, like the duality of the rain, that it can be like a good thing, it can be like something that really messes you up. So in this moment I was remembering like one time that I was just standing there like walking down the road, and just the storm just came to me, and I was just there. So what do? Like you can do anything. So you can run and try to hide, but you're still gonna, or you commit and you just go to the place that you gotta go. So that was the idea that I was going for that. And then I go to the chorus that said like run away from these thoughts and past heartaches. So I think that's pretty self-explanatory. Like I'm telling you about all these stuff, all these thoughts that I have. Like all these wishes, desires. Like maybe things are gonna. I can go back to these, to feeling good, to feeling loved and everything. So, but it's like no, run away from this. Like if something ended and like you can do nothing about it. It's like don't hang on to something that is gonna hurt you. Like just go, like run away from this. So I don't want you to stay. When I wrote that, it was hard for me to write it because I really wanted this person to stay, but like I felt like inside of me, like no. Like if things happen this way, it's like no, I don't want you to stay because you're not gonna do any good to me. I'm not gonna do any good to you, and it's something really hard. It was certainly back then. Now I think back to it, and it was like, oh man, that was some serious, like pouring my heart out of there. Find a way to break all these soul bindings. I'm still searching for home. Like that part is like I believe that every time that you like give yourself to someone, that you love someone very deeply, like you get like a bonding, like a connection spiritually. So that doesn't necessarily mean that it's a bad thing, but like when it's a binding, that it's oppressing you, that it's like just constricting you, is that's what I'm referring there. Like everything, this sadness that is just like getting a hold of you. So that's what I'm singing against. Like run away from that. So I was searching for home. Then I go to another part. One day is all it takes. but sometimes just life doesn't wait for things to change. That phrase, man, I love that phrase. I'm like very proud that I wrote that one. Sometimes life doesn't wait for things to change. Like it throws you situations on your face, and you're like, "Oh, God, just give me a break, come on!" And it's like, "No, you gotta deal with it." And just throwing and totally, like just uh, raising hell against you. You're like, "Oh my God!" It just it's something very hard, like. I sometimes forget like the next words that I'm gonna say. Like sometimes just life doesn't wait for things to change. I wish I would know the words that will make this thing go better. I will find a way that can bring us back together. All I want to say is that I never meant to give you away. And that phrase was inspired very, very, very closely by an amazing song by Blindside. It's a band, a Swedish band that I really, really like. I like, the drums. I forget the name of the drummer, but I love the way that he comes with different ways to interpret songs. I think it's very, very cool. And like the whole band is amazing, but I certainly think that sometimes the drummers are a little underrated, and well, the bass players are they are always criminally underrated. But like in this band, I really like the drum work, and the singer Christian he's amazing. So in this song, he said like, I never meant to give you away or give it away. No, yeah, I never meant to give it away. My heart escapes and I should have tried to catch it when it runs to you. So I remember that phrase, but like I felt it in a different way. Like all I want to say is that I never meant to give you away. Like you allow situations to happen that can break a relationship. Like I like looking back at it, it's like I never wanted these things to be, like I'm still like that part of me that still feels something for that person is like trying to come out like come on, but but it's like hanging on to an impossible, like Juan Gabriel says, no te aferres a un imposible. But bueno, oh, come on. Okay, my Spanglish sometimes gets like it just sneaks in a conversation. Spanish smuggling. Well, so then it goes again to the chorus, and there's this part like after the guitar solo that I always try to make guitar solos because guitar solos are beautiful. Okay, well, like so that you can feel the guitar. Yeah, this is a guitar, the guitar that I mostly use for the. So this is the one guilty for the guitar solo. So okay, I'm gonna give a little sneak peek of something that I've been working on. I hope to release it soon. It's like a guitar that I'm working on. So I just show it like for a little moment. Hopefully I will be able to show you more about it because it's not ready yet. But yeah, I'll be using it in future videos and stuff like that. So. Then I go to the part like in the it's like a bridge and it's when the morning and the morning comes no I forget the lyrics from my own songs. In the morning sun we will shine so bright. When the morning comes I know you're somewhere, and that's reading directly to God. It's like there's no other person that those words are going for. That's I got phrase. It's like there's a Bible verse that it says like joy comes in the morning, like darkness can last all night, but like hope and good things happen after a very dark period. So that's what I'm singing there. Like show me what it means to be alive. Help me find the strength to come out of this pouring rains and make it home. So now you get the metaphor is very, very clear, like what I'm saying there. So that's something that I really like. So you get the full idea of the song now. I hope that is useful for you. It helps you enjoy it a little more. To me, it helps me every time because, when I hear someone talk about the song, and I feel like I know that song better and I enjoy it more. So that's what I'm doing this. So this was Searching Home. Thank you for hearing me out, and I'll see you guys another day. So I'm gonna stand and just turn it off because I'm still not good at this camera.